Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. Dani, this is the first part of a fun new project.
What I'm going to call the lazy season for Dani.
This is Dani's lazy era. Every episode we have guests play through an audio escape room, but sometimes we have guests come on with an escape room that they've written and we play through it. Now hold that information in your head for a second, audience. Put it to the side. Here's a new piece of information. Sometimes the escape rooms are standalone, but sometimes Dani writes a whole series of 10 escape rooms with a connected story. Now that you've got those two ideas, what if we stuck them together? What if for some strange reason, 10 crazy fans of the show decided to get together, organize a small cooperative amongst themselves, and design a 10 escape room connected story arc of all fan rooms? Wouldn't that be insane?
It's mad of them, really. It's ridiculous.
Wild.
Yeah.
Welcome, guest game master for part 1 of a 10-part connected fan arc, Samantha. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We know that this project exists, and you, before this recording, let slip that there's a museum somewhere in this story. It could be major, it could be minor, I don't know, but that's all we know, that there maybe there's a museum related. Now, you have written the first guest room for this weird, cool project. Are you ready to start this off?
Yes. You can leave. Hold on. You can leave this in if you want. I don't mind. My therapist told me I needed to get a hobby, and I feel like this counts.
That feels. I hope that was said in a nice way, because it kind of feels like get a hobby. Ugh, I'm tired of listening to you talk.
It was, yeah.
Well, lovely. Look, now. The one thing that we don't know yet is what the name for the connected arc is, and I've also, after a very quick discussion pre-recording, I believe you also don't know what the name of this connected arc is.
Correct. There's probably going to be someone who listens and goes, "No, we talked about it in that one Discord message 2 weeks ago. Don't you?" No, I don't. I really don't.
Well, look, I think we could spend some time now trying to brainstorm names for the connected arc and make everybody else stick to it.
I think it'll be more exciting if we just say right now in the recording that we have no idea, but by the time it comes up, it's got a name.
There will be a name above you. And what I at least
I like the discordance of
we should
time.
Also at least play through the room to get an idea of what's going on
also
before
makes
we
sense.
Have any input on what a name could be. Because as of now, all I have is a word museum.
Yep.
I don't even know how important that is, or whether it's good or bad. It could be like you're saving things on behalf of a good museum, or you're stealing things from an evil museum. I don't know.
Good point.
So we can't have any input yet, but by the time this has come out, you'll see there's already a name in the show description, in the title. So that's exciting. You, as a listener, are more knowledgeable than anybody else right now. All the people in this call, you've got one up on us. But I have some regular questions for you, Samantha. You've written this audio escape room for an audio escape room podcast. What is your escape room experience?
Does it make me a nerd if I thought about how to answer this question before coming on the podcast?
Yes, and I won't put the answer up. I won't even record it.
Yeah, we hate nerds here.
We hate nerds.
So I actually, this summer, I counted it up, did 21 escape rooms in 3 different cities with 3 different groups of friends. This past December, my husband and I went over to the Netherlands, and we did 11 escape rooms while over there. So I think my total is somewhere around 50.
Nice.
And the majority of them done in a very short space recently.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
You have to get a hobby.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very cool. That's a lot. How many can you do in a day before you burn out completely? Because I think when we try our third room of an individual day, our brains just I don't know, red goes with blue maybe.
We actually in Festus, Missouri, which I don't know why you'd ever go there, but if you do, there's this place called Boxton Escape that has a marathon day where you do all 5 of their escape rooms at once.
Amazing.
That is actually the max I've done in a day. I think I can handle about 5, and by the 5th one, it's okay, whatever. But the cool thing about it is they give you a medal Like, you know how when you run a marathon, you get a medal? So they give you an escape room medal. And that group that I did it with, we actually made the leaderboard for their hardest game that they have right now. So
amazing. That's great. Well, this is escape rooms mixed with a sort of tabletop role-playing style. Do you have any tabletop role-playing experience?
Yeah. So it's
Whoever told you needed a hobby? This is ridiculous. You got hobbies coming out the wazoo. This is amazing. What is your tabletop role-playing experience?
So I haven't played in probably...
And who's your therapist?
I'm not going to name... No.
Your name and shame.
No, I haven't played in probably 5 or 6 years, but I have both run and played in several different ones. A lot of them were like Kickstarters. I have played Pathfinder. My favorite interaction in Pathfinder was I girlfriend classed. I played a cleric, and the GM let me talk to a frog. It's like I had a whole conversation with the frog. It did nothing to advance the story, but he let me do it. And I'm like, perfect. This is the one time I played D&D, I purposely picked a weapon, one of those crossbow things that requires 2 turns to load because I hate combat.
For a while.
Exactly.
I'm reloading, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
You do it. But I'm winding a crank.
Don't pin this on me.
Yeah. But I've been the GM for like the Warren, which is about rabbits.
Nice.
I've done Dresden and oh goodness gracious, a couple the Marvel superhero one. I was talking to the friends that I ran a couple games for, and one of them goes, well, Samantha was they like explained to a friend who hadn't played with me. He's like, Samantha was the GM, so all of the NPCs were antagonistic to us. And I was
especially this one
it.
frog who just kept trying to talk to us. Exactly. Well, I don't want to talk to a frog.
Yeah, but like I was thinking about it afterwards, and I was thinking about like how I wrote this room coming up, and I was like, oh yeah, I do make my NPCs antagonistic.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think with all those, with the questions out of the way, and look, we'll get to naming the arc. We'll do it in the post show. Don't worry about it. Are you ready to take us away to start the fan arc of Escape This Podcast?
I'm ready as I'm gonna be.
All right, let's go.
Ugh. Your head is pounding, and the sun beaming right into your eyes doesn't help. As awareness slowly trickles back, you hear a distinct giggle. There's something cool against your back, and when you stand up to take a look, you realize it's the museum cafe window. A shadow passes through the dim hallway light, and then the child you're supposed to be watching runs across the cafe's opening. The day comes rushing back to you. A birthday party at the local museum, complete with 12 children. More importantly, though, you were tasked with watching one particular small child for the party's duration. It seems that, in the absence of admittedly questionable right now adult supervision, Eve has decided to explore the museum on their own terms. With a curse you're glad they can't hear, any attempt to find a way into the museum is immediately cut short by someone clearing their throat behind you. Turning around, the first thing you notice is the man's height. You're going to blame the insistent headache on missing his presence when you first woke up. Hello, he says. I'm the museum's caretaker, and we've got a problem. What sort of problem could the caretaker have that you'd need to help with? Grimacing, the caretaker continues. It seems your young charge has been left unattended, and, in your absence, the pointed glare he gives you is a bit much, but you suppose his annoyance is understandable when he says, they're running amok. Who knows what they're getting up to without supervision?
Oh boy.
Great. Not only have you managed to lose your charge, but now you've got to worry about what they might have done while you took an impromptu nap. First things first, though, getting into the museum. Trying the cafe door, you're unsurprised to find you can't open it. The museum's patrons are likely long gone, and if the caretaker's got a key, he doesn't seem to be offering it up. Which is a bit odd, but then nothing about your night is shaping up to be normal. Okay, map time.
All right, before we jump to the map, I will say my notes so far include 18/12 and a half kids at a party. Eve runs off, 9-foot man. Cafe locked, big man unhelpful. I'm assuming he's 9 feet tall. I'm picturing him as 9 feet.
Apparently, my note-taking so far, mine includes Eve in quotation marks, as if that's not her real name.
Oh, there's no way that's her real name. Her real name is Ahman Setamun, 15th pharaoh of the Lower Nile dynasty.
Could be. We don't know where this is going. We're open to anything.
Okay, let's draw a map.
Right now, you're in the southeast corner. Looking around, you see a few patio tables, although the staff must have put the chairs up. The caretaker is standing next to the tables, looking unimpressed. Underneath his feet looks like a hopscotch board.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, I've drawn a hopscotch board underneath the stick figure of a man, and I've just drawn a crucified Jesus. Oh, no. I've just crucified this man on my map. Please go on.
Further out in the center of the lawn is a large tree, its branches casting long shadows on the ground as the sun starts to disappear behind the hedge wall.
Hedge wall.
To the right of the hedge wall is a wrought iron gate.
You know they say wrought iron gates, but can you really have iron that hasn't been wrought?
Easily. It's just ugly.
Like you have to write all iron.
Ring?
I think right?
Ring?
You write something so it's been wrought? It's like you're not just going to find a door made out of metal and be like, oh, I just found this one.
I thought it was like bring and brought.
Well, I'm assuming if you're a gate wright who has wrought a gate as a gate wright.
What?
I think wrought is the past tense of write, like a wheelwright or a wainwright or a playwright.
Really?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
So wrought is just, you think wrought is just made?
Yeah, I think wrought is just like someone who's like done. I think it's specifically for like fancified up.
I mean,
am I wrong?
Has two meanings. One is just made or fashioned in a specific way, but another one
I'm sorry, you were like, oh, do you think wrought just means made? And like, first definition, made.
I did not say first definition. I said that's the second definition.
Yeah, the right one.
First definition. This is why we said that we were going to take longer than all of your play tests, Samantha. The first is of metals beaten out or shaped by hammering.
Yeah, so wrought. This is more specific in the world of metalworking. You can have unwrought metal if you've cast it. But that means all swords are wrought, right? Every sword is wrought iron?
Yeah, I feel like in my head, a wrought iron gate is such a specific image.
I agree. It has to be like kind of like it has to be a little fancy. It has to have little like curls and queues.
This did not go in a direction that I expected it to go.
You look at etymologically.
I'm trying to find specifically what's the present tense of it. And the AI response showed up and I went, well, that's ridiculous. I'm ignoring that. But it looks like everyone agrees with this. It is an archaic past tense of the word work.
And the archaic work is right.
What is happening?
Well, what's the past tense of right?
I didn't know it was a verb.
If I'm a wheelwright, I write wheels. Do I not?
I thought it was just what you called the dude. It's just right is just a maker or a builder. There's no verb
What's the
about
etymology
it.
of that? Archaic of the word work?
Probably, but it doesn't make it a verb. Yes, sorta.
Yes, sorta. That's all I need.
It doesn't seem like it necessarily even comes from the verb. It looks like it's always just been the person.
Well, in my head, I'm still correct. I don't think this has disproven anything. So there's a wrought iron gate. Next.
And on the east side of the lawn is a water feature.
Lovely.
All right.
On the ground between you and the tree is a series of tiles, although you can't quite make out what they are right now. The longer you stay out here, the more you're going to worry what that kid is doing in the museum. Best to find a way in quickly, especially because you're going to lose the sunlight soon, too.
Okay. Are we free to run around?
You are.
Where do you want to go first, Dani?
Look, it feels like if I can't see properly, I've just woken up from a bizarre mystery nap. It feels like if I need to clamber to my feet, it's a good opportunity to check out the cafe door and just like grab it as I need to stand up.
Turn around, have a proper look at the door then?
If you can call it proper, yeah.
All right, wonderful. Let's look at the door.
There's not much to the cafe's door. There's no handle, as the cafe door is a one-way exit into the courtyard. Instead of a standard open/closed sign, there's a picture of a squirrel surrounded by a circle with a line through it. Guess the museum doesn't want the squirrels to get inside when patrons are exiting.
All right, lovely.
Whoa, you say that like you're done. I'm drawing a squirrel.
I've written the words "no squirrels."
That's ridiculous. I have drawn. I've had to redraw my door for the third time because the first 2 times I drew it, I distinctly gave it a door handle.
Oh, fun.
Very embarrassing.
I just had a little line. Featureless, and therefore more robust to change. Okay, great. So all we know is that we're not allowed squirrels, and also we can't get in through the door.
Makes sense.
Let's keep looking around. Do you want to check out what these... Let's ignore the 9-foot crucified man.
Makes sense.
And check out the tables?
I
Just the
suppose.
patio tables? There could be something interesting about them.
Oh, I'm going to be very self-conscious with this guy watching us, but yeah, sure. We'll look like we totally know what we're doing, just like inspecting the tables.
As we look through all the tables, we're like, Eve. So it looks like we're properly searching for the girl.
Oh, I was more like gonna like slap the table and say, "Yep."
yeah, good.
As
good
I thought.
But
But either way, the tables.
The patio tables have an intricate pattern on top, the metal woven together in an aesthetically pleasing way. Although the gaps let you see that not everyone appreciates museum property. There's a bunch of gum stuck on the underside of the table. Gross.
So these are wrought iron tables.
In one of the very first drafts, I had like the word for what those like curly Q things are on those patio tables, but I could never pronounce it correctly, so I changed it.
Fair. All right.
I have no idea what the word is. Now I'm really curious.
Well, look, we have some gum.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't have this gum.
I've got the gum. I'll put it in my pocket.
Dear God.
All right, do you want to actually like interact with the gum?
I don't.
Yeah, I'd like to take some gum.
Fine.
Turns out multiple people are disgusting. There's lots of gum stuck on the underside of the tables, but there's something else among all the gum too. A bunch of small balls.
Oh.
The gum's a little tacky, and you feel a bit gross, but the balls come free easily enough. Now to figure out where they go.
And you didn't want to look at the gum.
What size ball are we talking? Like
Yeah.
marble? Ping pong?
I was thinking, honestly, ball bearings, but those are really tiny, so marble is the closest.
A ball bearing is just a wrought iron marble. Okay, great.
Interesting. Okay, we're gathering horrible things.
Before we go as well, again, right, new game master, it's always nice to check the level of investigation
Oh,
required.
yeah, absolutely.
You mentioned they had an intricate pattern of metalwork. Is that something that's worth looking specifically at and trying to assess this intricate pattern, or is it just a feeling of intricateness?
It's a, hey, you need to look underneath the table. That's what it is. Like,
Great.
to let you
Okay.
know that you got to look under, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wonderful, cool. No, it's always, could have been that there was a picture of it and it spelled out the words, Eve is in the foyer.
Sure.
Wonderful. All right, well, tables I feel pretty good about.
All right. I think that if you want to make it look like we're searching for a kid, then a big tree is a good place to find
Yeah,
a
she's
kid.
probably just in the tree.
Yeah. Don't know what you're talking about, caretaker.
The tree's in the very center of the lawn, tall enough that all of the branches are too far away to climb. With a wide trunk, so wide your hands don't even come close to touching if you wrap your arms around it, you've got to walk around the tree to see everything. People have unfortunately defaced the bark with hearts and initials. Apparently their love doesn't extend to preserving nature. The only other thing of note about the tree is the squirrel feeder attached to the side. And I do have an image for you.
That's great
Nice.
because I don't know what people use to feed squirrels.
Oh, okay. This is a lovely looking tree. So yeah, for people at home, you can see a link to this tree image in the show notes.
This is it's much more expertly done than a picture that I know how to make.
Okay, I did not draw it. Leah, who's doing one of the later rooms, did the art, pretty much all the art that looks good for my room. So shout out to Leah for that.
Wow, okay.
Wonderful.
Good to know. And yes, we do see some people have gone to a lot of effort to carve these hearts.
Yeah.
This wasn't just like the outline.
This is a real defacing. They
fully
ripped all the
wood-carved.
trunk out between to all the bark away, so they get a really
This
nice
is how
big
you
heart.
how you do it when you're doing a lino print and you have to carve out all of the inside.
But yeah, there are 3 hearts. Now, you did say walking around the tree. I'm assuming these are all the hearts on the tree, and there's not another picture for other side of tree.
Correct.
Yeah, these 3 hearts and initials that go with them. So we've got A loves G, V loves B, and L loves R.
And I don't think orientation will be important. These couples could be any kind of couple. No, what I mean is the V and the B are like
sort of
45
diagonal.
degrees, like top, left, bottom, right, whereas the AG and the LR are one on
horizontal.
the left, one on the right.
The letters are to the sides of the hearts, not inside the hearts.
Yes, they're on the outside of the hearts.
Interesting. Yeah,
A
it's
to
worth
G,
keeping
L
in
to
mind. You
R,
never
and
know.
V to B. No overlap, no
Even
secret
the
love
fact
triangles.
that it's sunset has been depicted in this picture.
It's great.
I've never done a background in my life.
Yes. Aglavub. We haven't seen any letters yet. Maybe this will
No,
be more
again, we're just
elucidated if we
accumulating.
see anything about A's and G's and maybe on the tiles or something like that. So who knows? Also, yeah, you said there's a squirrel feeder. What does is a squirrel feeder? I'm picturing just like a big
All we know
A
is
big
bird
box.
feeders.
a big box full of nuts.
The squirrel feeder is pretty standard. There's still some feed inside the cage area, and a key lock keeps the squirrels from being able to gorge themselves on seeds. Something else is in there with the squirrel food, a couple pieces of paper. Unfortunately, the holes in the cage are too tiny for your fingers to get the page out.
So we'll need this
Okay.
key. So it was a
Gotcha.
key lock. All right.
Mine definitely looks more like a squirrel trap than a squirrel feeder, but that's
It does.
Oops.
Wonderful. Okay, so we're looking for a key to get some paper, and we're looking for ag and lur and vub.
And some access to the cafe.
So let's keep wandering around. Is it worth having? What if we had a glimpse at this? You said there was like a hedge wall next to us. Is that anything noteworthy about this hedge wall?
The hedge wall is mostly leaves, but in the center is a Plinko-style maze with knobs to change the direction the ball falls down.
Is there a ball in the maze at the moment?
There is not. The maze looks like a pretty standard ball maze, except for the 4 dials along the path. Each dial has an arrow, and when you turn them, the track changes direction.
Okay.
Intriguing.
Now we
And
have balls.
we do.
So we could
What's-
do this maze.
Presumably, like, what's at the bottom? What sort of goal is there?
There's going to be like the one side with the hole where the ball would fall out, so you could put it, redo it. And then do you want to play around with the maze?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what we're going to get out of it, but I think experimentation is
Absolutely.
always
Yeah.
a great idea. Yeah, let's take
Seems
one
like
of
a good idea.
those gum balls made of metal into the start of the maze and try our best to actively do the maze and see if anything interesting happens.
The ball falls down to the bottom of the maze with an anticlimactic plunk, rolling out where you can grab it and try again. Maybe you're missing something?
Yeah, maybe we are. I wonder if instead of doing the maze, this will be a way to almost like input directions if we find directions anyway. Because we had 4 direction arrows, right? We can kind of go up, down, left, and right. So maybe, maybe.
It very well could be.
There was also a chance we were going to do the maze and we were about to be told, yeah, you take the ball through the maze. It goes right, then you go down, then you go right, then you go up, then you go left, and we could like keep track of those. But it might be the other way around, and this is input rather than output.
Totally fair.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we've got tiles, we've got a man, we've got a hopscotch board, we've got a wrought iron gate and a water feature.
Yeah.
By my understanding of what's left to look at.
My feelings are, you know what? We've just been playing with these balls. They're still a little bit sticky. Maybe we should go dunk them in water for a bit, see if we can clean them.
Let's go to the water feature.
The water feature is pretty impressive, and the water flowing through different rotating gateways is almost mesmerizing enough to make you feel zen. Almost. There's a faint, distinctly unwater-like noise coming from the feature, enough to break you out of any attempt at relaxation.
Oh.
There's a noise. What does it sound like?
You've got to get your ear pretty...
Help me, my name is Eve and I'm stuck in this water feature. Please, I'm drowning, I'm just a child. I'm just the half child. There are a dozen and a half of us and I'm just a little half. I'm too small to stand up in this water feature, please.
My pharaoh powers aren't activated!
I'm trying to activate my pharaoh powers, but this body's too young and hasn't absorbed my ancient spirit yet.
Have you seen the I've seen it on Instagram, but like where this the turtle and like the floodwaters or whatever, and it's just his head up as the water rushes by it.
Oh no, poor thing.
All right. You've got to get your ear pretty close to the water to hear the strange noise. At the first water gateway, you hear 2 beeps. The second gateway has 3 beeps. The third one is oddly silent, and the fourth one only beeps once.
Okay.
Beeping, eh?
2 beeps, 3 beeps, no beeps, 1 beep. Is it like an electronic kind of beep, like a beep beep? Beep beep beep
Yeah.
beep 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 beep.
You're right, that would be
beep,
annoying.
Beep 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 beep.
It really would be.
Wonderful. Okay, so we've got a
I
sequence
don't know
of
what to do with that either.
2, 3, 0, 1.
Although we do there are 4 of those and 4 of the rotatey things on the plinko,
I think
but
it's more
I don't
likely.
know how
I
to
think
mix
that's just
those.
up. I don't think this would be up, down, left, right. I think this will be because I don't think you can order sequence them appropriately unless the gate is like there were 2 beeps going through the down gate and then 3 beeps going through the right gate. But I think maybe somewhere else we might find a 4-digit code.
I hope so, but we'll find out.
Well, you know where we might get other kind of weirdly paced information?
Mm.
Whatever the hell these tiles are.
Mhm.
Can we check out the tiles on the ground?
I don't want to talk to to the person.
We'll never talk to this old
I'm
man.
afraid.
He's by the way, just in case, he is 9 feet tall and he is 79 years old. In case
Okay.
you're just having trouble picturing the man that you've created. He's a 9 foot,
Perfect.
79-year-old man. All right,
Perfect.
where were we?
The tiles are painted with just a series of dots. Okay, you suppose modern art really can encompass anything. And I have another image for you.
Ooh, lovely. Again, for people at home, if you want to see these modern art dots, they'll be linked in the show notes below.
I feel this isn't the first time that we've been given a tile pattern
And a
of
commentary on
abstract dots,
modern art.
and I'm afraid because I feel like last time it took a while for us to get it.
We're going to get this one immediately. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, C dots, run. So yeah, there are 4 sections. They're like 4 tiles. And each of these tiles has some weird dots on it. But it's not like 1 dot per tile, or it's not just a number of dots per tile. They're in each of these like patterns. So, for example, for the first tile, maybe just over halfway up the left sort of wall, there's basically a C made out of
7 dots.
7 dots. So 3 on each side, but 2 of those would overlap because they're in the corners. Just making a big square C, or like a square with just 1 dot removed from the right side. So 3 dots around.
And then the second one, there's 2 dots coming down from the top wall,
Right in the center.
and then like the way I was going to describe it. Hey, maybe it's going to be helpful. Like the top of a 7 sitting in the bottom wall, but it's been cut off before it gets really 7-y.
Yeah. So yeah, it is odd. So it's like, yeah, it's not a total of the same number of dots. Because my first thought was it almost kind of
No,
looked like that
it
same C,
almost
but like moved around and cut off. But
Agreed.
It isn't. It's only
That one's 6 dots.
6
all
dots.
the rest are 7.
So yeah, there's 2 dots at the top, just going 1,
But
2
it looks
down.
it looks like if you were playing an old game of Snake on your Nokia and
Yes, it does have big snake energy.
and you went through the bottom wall and started appearing at the top wall coming
Yeah.
down.
Well, the next one is very similar. It's almost the exact same image,
Ooh, yeah.
rotated 90 degrees anti-clockwise, if that helps. Anti-clockwise 90 degrees, but with 1 extra dot. So
The snake ate an
the one at
extra.
the top would be 3, and the one at the bottom is exactly the same, but we've rotated it anti-clockwise 90 degrees. So actually, the left has 3 horizontal dots, and the right has this like hook shape that goes into the right wall.
And then the fourth image, the final one, is very similar to the first, but against the bottom wall,
Yeah,
a little
same
bit to
C,
the right, a C
same
shape.
orientation, but it's like it's gone down and right a little bit and moved to the bottom wall
And
instead of the
again,
left
we've
wall.
got 4. We're seeing 4s of things.
Yeah. Oh, what do you do with these? I want to rotate these, or the idea of interpreting it like a game of Snake is so interesting to me. But I don't quite know what to do with this. I wouldn't tackle it yet. Maybe we'll find extra clues.
I think that's
Rather than looking at this and being like, well, obviously this is...
I think that's fair. I'm trying to think of like, what would it look like if they all overlapped and stuff like that. But some of them would just full on overlap with each other, so not certain yet. But you're right. I think we'll be able to figure something out. But let's keep looking. We've still got stuff to look at.
Yeah, we've still got plenty of things to look at. So we've got the tiles, we can think about them.
Yeah.
Shall we? Are we going to talk to the man last? Is that the plan?
No,
Let's talk to
then
him now.
it's too
We're back. We're
pointed.
back near the man.
Yeah, right.
Can we turn to the caretaker and
hey,
say,
hey, dude, we got to get in.
Yeah, do you know how to open the cafe door?
He's at least got the decency to look chagrined as he says, I don't normally use the cafe door and wasn't expecting to need my keys when I came by. They're not on me, I'm afraid. If we can get through the gate, we can loop around to the main entrance. Until then,
Ah.
I'm stuck out here just like you. Great. The night just keeps getting better and better.
Now, you don't have the keys to the door. Do you have the key to the squirrel feeder?
No.
Do you have the key to the tile dot chest?
What tile dot chest?
Do you have the key to the gates in the water fountain?
I said I don't have my keys, man.
If I were to beep at you twice, then thrice, then not at all, then once, would you give me a key?
No.
Okay, good to know. All right, thank you. What's your name, by the way?
We should have asked if like
No, I've got a question already. What's your name?
No, we should have asked if if we want to put Patreon donors in these rooms, if people just say, "Hey, I need one male name."
Nope, too late. No patron donors for this. What's your name, old man?
Al?
How'd you get so tall? Al?
That
No.
figures.
All right, thank you, Al. Could you also could you move aside from me slightly? I want to have a look at the hopscotch below your feet. If you could just take a little step back.
He grumbles a little, but he does step back. Kids these days play some strange version of hopscotch because instead of numbers in the squares, there's arrows. Weird choice, but
Nice.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, good.
All
Hey!
right. So this is our hopscotch setup. So it's I don't know if all hopscotches are always the same across the world, but it's like
Pretty similar. So single, double, single, double, end.
yeah, single, double. That first 4 parts, so the 1, 2, 3, and then the 2 squares next to each other, is all green, and then the latter 1, 2 split end is all blue.
I kind of like this variation. Yeah, it's half blue, half green. I kind of like this because I'm picturing it in a sort of, you know, when you see professional DDR players and they like do turns and things, they're not always facing the screen. That's what I'm picturing. So we do have some arrows at various intervals. So it looks like at the start of the hopscotch, you're supposed to be hopping forward. Oh, but then you've got to rotate to the right, and then you've got to do the next couple of jumps while you're facing right. And then you got to do the next ones while facing backwards. And then once you reach the end, you'll be facing the left. And that's when you go back.
Yeah, it is true. If you started from the bottom, the very first square would be up. Then there's nothing. Then there's right. Then the double is both nothing. Then a single nothing. Then down. Then a double of nothing. And then the end is left.
So there's got to be some relationship to this with our hedge plinko, right?
I mean,
It's
yeah,
arrows.
you think like, but presumably, if we were looking at hedge plinko, the ball maze that is for some reason inside a hedge, like surely we're not just going up then right then down then left.
I also don't remember how down an option we had on those
I
dials.
think we had all 4 as ways to move. Like I think there was each one was like up, down, left, right.
Oh, what?
Am I interpreting
right?
that wrong?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, they can go like
Oh,
northeast,
okay.
southwest, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Do you want me to read my action for jumping hopscotch in the direction of the arrows?
Yeah,
I would
please.
love that.
You feel a little silly, but hey, everyone's allowed a slice of childhood once in a while. Nothing seems to happen besides your heart rate going up.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
So yeah, I want one more like I want to make sure I'm on the same visual page as
Yeah.
everybody else when it comes to this ball maze.
Mhm.
So if we go back over the hedge ball maze,
Mhm.
we've got it's like the maze itself, because there's a ball that needs to go in and roll through, must be therefore basically like perpendicular to the ground. It must be flat, horizontal, looking down, drop the ball in, the ball comes out, right?
When you say horizontal,
Like a table in front of me.
huh?
That's how the maze would be, right?
What? How does
Or
that?
no?
I was picturing it like vertical.
Yeah, so that's already
Vertical.
I'm confused. It is vertical. Okay.
Vertical. Yeah.
So like there's no need to ever say down, or that's why you would be expecting there not to be a down, because gravity is the down. It will always go down.
Oh, no, my reason for not having a down was more that I was picturing them as rotatable knobs
So
rather
yeah,
than
and so
arrow direction dials.
So okay, so it is vertical. So
Yep.
the ball comes in the top and it will come out the very bottom. And like so you drop it and it might just like gravity would be the thing taking it down to the bottom, except that there's a maze to get through.
Mm-hmm. Although we're failing at that part so far, 'cause when
Yeah.
we put our ball in, it just plonked straight out.
And so our there are 4 separate things to mess with, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does each individual, like if I just pick one of them, what am I limited to a certain type of movement? What exactly would be one of them moving if I turn the dial?
The way I would consider most helpful is that if you have like your knob and there's a piece of maze track behind that knob. So if you
Okay.
turn it, that piece of track will turn with it.
Great. Very
Wonderful.
I feel like that's very Mario-like.
Okay,
I
so it's
can
almost
picture
like
this now.
it's like each
Great.
knob has 1/4 of the maze above it, and if I rotate the knob, that section of the maze
Or
will
a piece at
will
least.
spin
Yeah.
and move, and some piece will move.
Yes.
So I have 4 sections of maze that I could rotate around to try and get this thing
Cool.
through the maze. Now I
Yes.
get it. Now I'm on board.
As we look at this, is there anything notably blue versus green about this maze?
That is starting to make it feel more like the tiles. Yeah, you're right.
You're definitely on the right track with that. But if there's any color, it's just really faded looking.
Well, so my other thought was about like rotating things. Is there any? Does it look instead of 4 sections that can rotate? Maybe it's more like the tiles and not the hopscotch. It's not about up, down, left, right. Maybe it's about like, are there any pieces of track that look like C? Like, was that dots on the tiles, like a marble trail through a thing? 'Cause they look sort of rotatable. We were already talking about one of them looking like a rotated section of the other. I don't know how those two
Oh.
things might relate.
That's a lot of trying to keep images in my head that I don't know if I'm capable of if those things
You
are
don't have
connected.
to. You don't have to.
Great.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
That's a relief. Look, before we go too in-depth or anything, I feel like the gate is the only thing that we haven't looked at yet.
True. I just want to ask one last question. I want to get a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit in depth.
Oh.
Is there on these dials any canonical like default where there's like an arrow that is pointing in a particular way, like
Or
or
are
is
they
it
all
just arbitrarily?
unset right now?
So
They're all unset. Yeah.
Okay, great. So there's no idea. You wouldn't be able to be like, let's turn one of them so it is left, because there is no left necessarily, because it's just a dial that could rotate. We don't know what 12 o'clock is, so it'd be hard to set the dial to 9 o'clock, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, okay. So sorry. Then I
I'm
answered
on the
incorrectly
same.
based off
I'm
how
on the
you're
same
thinking.
page as you, Samantha.
How am I so confused? I was like, can we set them to left? And then you're like, no, we can't. I'm like, great, so we can't set them to left.
No,
You're like,
no,
oh,
it's
yeah, of
like
course we
saying
can, idiot.
You can totally set them to left, but they're not currently all set to up, for example.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
But they have a
Yes.
direction
Thank
they
you,
could
Dani.
be pointing.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So we could set them, like, in order that the ball would reach
We
them.
could. I presumably, I assume there's enough verticality that we could, like, top to bottom these different levers. The blue-green is definitely, I'm intrigued by that, but we could just try. But that's why I would like to look at the gate just before
Okay.
we start messing with things.
I think we have a solution, but okay, we'll go to the gate.
Look
We'll go look at the
first.
wrought iron gate.
The worked gate.
The gate's taller than you by a good few feet. Climbing over isn't an option because of the vertical bars and the points at the top. Past the gate, you can see a hedge maze. When you try opening the gate on a hopeful whim, you find it's locked. Looking closer at the locking mechanism, you see the gate secured by a 4-digit number lock.
Oh.
Not for long. Does 2301 work?
No, and it's never worked in any playtest either. That's not-
All right, fine. You can go back to your plinko.
Yeah, and so the orientation of these dials, are the dials arranged vertically, as in one is above the other, or are they horizontally along the bottom?
They are vertical, as in one is on top of the
Oh,
other. Yeah.
beautiful. Then can we just set the top one to point left, the second one to point down, the third one to point right, and the fourth one to point up, so that they match the orientation of the arrows on the hopscotch section?
The ball traverses down the maze and disappears into a hole. There's a clattering noise, and then a small key pops out of the spot where a ball normally appears.
Nice. As soon as you said it goes down, I was like, oh, I gotta reverse it, because for it starts at the top, but for hopscotch, it starts at the bottom, and I gotta change all the arrows. Okay, wonderful. We take the key.
I assume this is a squirrel key.
I haven't seen any other locks. Let's go to the squirrel feeder and see if it unlocks with our maze key.
Awesome, the key works. Getting the papers out is a breeze now. You consider locking the door back, but someone should benefit from you being stuck out here after hours. Hopefully the squirrels enjoy their bounty. When you unroll the papers, something falls onto the ground. A ring that you put into your pocket. When you get your kid back, you can deposit the ring in the lost and found. And then I have 2 images for you.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's take a look. We've got these pieces of papers out of the
So
squirrel
people,
feeder.
again, people at home, you can see these in the show notes. But yeah, we have 2 squirrel feeder notes. This first one is letters.
Great. Yeah, so this first note that we've unraveled, it's some brown handwritten-ish letters, and they are nonsense letters.
It's 4 lines.
X-O-M-N-Z.
Yeah. Y-Z-X-G-O-M-N-Z.
X-O-M-N-Z again, and then
R-K-L-Z.
Why they all end in Z? That's absurd. That's too many Zs.
Rocklars.
But I feel good about that. I feel good about the idea of codes. What was the second note that we got out of the squirrel feeder?
Before we go to, I'm assuming you're thinking the same as me, that the tree's going to help, but
Yeah,
okay, that's fine. We'll go to squirrel feeder 2.
Yeah.
It is a section of hedge maze,
lovely.
but only most of it.
About 3/4 of it.
Yeah,
a
the
squirrel
top right
has eaten
corner
a chunk of
has
it.
been bitten away, presumably by a squirrel.
And unfortunately, it looks like that was quite an important part.
Yeah, it looks like if you were to do this hedge maze, you'd enter it at the bottom. You wouldn't go for that first right. That's a dead end. You have to go right, and then you loop around.
Oh wait, no,
come
it's
up,
okay.
Come left.
There's a way out.
There's a way out at the top. We don't even need to worry
But
about
there's
the top
something
right.
going on at the top right.
Surely there's something mystical and magical
Yeah,
happening.
there's a prize in there.
So you can't actually get out at the top, that little gap. You can't do that. And the bottom is the exit.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's the entry? Is it the top? Or
It's
no?
bitten
Is it somewhere
out.
in the bit
The
off?
entrance is
Okay.
bitten out. Yeah.
All right, how rude. So yeah, we need a bit of extra info for the rest of this maze.
Yep, fair enough. But
Let's have a look at this squirrel feeder first note. Let's think about zomners.
Okay, so we have 4 lines here. Do we think that... And how many hearts were there on the tree? There were only 3, right?
On the tree, there were 3. Are these 3 clues indicating the same rotational cipher? So like if A was to go to G, it's moving forward +6. What if V was to go to B?
That's going...
W,
that's
X,
a
Y, Z,
cycle.
A, B.
Amazing.
That's 6. What if L was to go to R?
L is the 12th letter, R is the 18th.
So I think these
that's
are 3 things, all
Amazing.
basically telling us, hey, do a 6-step forward rotational cipher.
Let's try.
Shall we
makes
give that a try?
That will make Z, I think, go to E, right? That
would
works.
be perfect. So, X, O...
Cycling forwards through the alphabet is hard. It could also be a going, like, we have to go backwards one. You never know.
Oh, yeah, that's
But
true.
I'm assuming
I'm
that
gonna write
we
out. I'm going to do
+6.
the classic, Dani. I'm going to write out the alphabet. I'm going to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. Don't you solve this while I'm doing this. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And then we go 6 forward. So if A was G, I can just write it underneath the A, put G. Then go H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R on L. I am doing okay. S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F. That puts Y as Z as F.
Yeah, I think this might work better if we go back, if it is a going backwards one.
Well, that's okay, because now I know I can do it backwards or forwards.
You can. I found the last word, which, if I go backwards, actually formed a word.
Well, what if you go forwards? What is zoms if you go forward? Z-O-M-N-Z. So X-O-M-N-Z.
D-U-S...
D-U-S-T-F.
Yeah, makes sense.
Dustef.
Yeah, Dustef.
Dustef. Okay, Dustef is one option, but what if we say we've already done this process and we're going back to where we came from?
Okay, X is the 24th letter, so we want the 18th, which would be R.
Again, I've already written this out, Dani.
Yeah, but I'm having more fun. R-I-G-H-T. See, that feels good.
It says right.
It says right.
So it says right, and then the next one, the next one would be S
T
T
R
R
A. This is gonna say straight.
Yeah, A. Oh.
What?
Oh, no, then O. Yeah.
Yeah.
I-G-H-T. So right, straight, right, and then what was the last one?
Left.
Left. Right, straight, right, left.
Okay, well, that feels like that will be helpful for a hedge maze, potentially. Could also be helpful. We could also maybe... Yeah, straight probably doesn't quite work for if we wanted to play another game of Plinko.
No, straight doesn't make sense when you set it. You can't set the dial to straight.
All right.
Okay, well, I'm going to get rid of that note because we've solved it.
Sure.
I'm closing it up.
Yeah,
I'm
perfect.
destroying it forever. What if those are the first couple steps we need to take in the maze? And
yeah,
then,
entirely
and then
plausible.
we are somewhere where we know the rest of the way.
I think that makes perfect sense, but we've still got to get in.
That's true. You're right. We don't have the 4-digit code. Maybe the tires are going to get us a 4-digit code. We have the beeps, the 2, 3, blank 1, which we haven't used yet from the water fountain. We have these tiles that we haven't used yet, and I think everything else we're pretty done with.
Maybe we haven't done anything with the no squirrel door.
Oh, that's right. There was a no squirrel door, but I figured that might just help at the end.
So, do you remember what you woke up next to originally?
The window.
Oh, a window.
Yes.
Should we look through it?
I think it's not a bad idea.
I forgot that was an option. Let's look through the window.
The window takes up almost the entire wall, which is likely nice for letting natural light in when people are eating. Peering inside, you notice all of the chairs are put up on top of the tables. Surely whoever cleaned up for the night should have noticed you? The only other thing you can see is the price board. The museum's cafe food is standard fare, although the prices amount to highway robbery for rural Alabama. A simple BLT for $25? Inflation's really got into the price of bacon. All right, yes, there is an image of the price board. So one of the things that I realized when playtesting this is that I made the price board prices based off what is expensive for my area, and then remembered Australia is way more expensive.
True.
I'll be very interested to see how things compare.
A gravy biscuit for $2.80? That seems, I mean...
Well, we wouldn't have that here, but that does seem cheap.
But that seems cheap. $8.50 for an egg sandwich feels incredibly normal, if not fine.
Believable.
Like, I think nowadays, if I went to a cafe and ordered an egg sandwich, it would cost me $12.
How much did I pay for an egg sandwich at the airport? I remember being very upset with it. I know it was the airport, but this is a museum.
That's true. An omelette for $12.40? That's pretty expensive.
What? No, that's incredible value.
Actually, no, for an omelette?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's okay.
That's
but what about a French dip sandwich for $20? Now, that's
pretty
expensive.
brutal.
A turkey salad for $10 is
Incredible
amazing.
value.
$25 BLT.
I would be upset with that.
That better be the best BLT I've ever had in my life.
Nachos for $18 does not surprise me.
Apple pie for $30. That's wild. Although that's because I picture an apple pie being quite small because we don't really do apple pie here, except at like McDonald's, which is just tiny little apple pie. But like a full pie for $30, that's okay.
Frozen apple pies.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, so there's a mixed bag of these prices. Interesting. Now. What can we do with this?
Dani, I'm so disappointed. Because all I heard, because the only line we were given as part of the description was BLT $25. I thought they were all going to be like acronym sandwiches and we would learn the values of particular letters by comparing them and I was ready for a huge, crazy maths puzzle. But instead, gravy biscuits are $2.80. All right, what does this mean?
What can we do with this?
Take the 2nd and the 8th and the 0th letter of gravy biscuit.
Oh, that'd be a fun idea. But I don't know how that's going to work for BLT.
Yeah, there's not 5 letters in BLT, so that's going to fall apart pretty quickly.
Anything that we can do to connect with the beeps or the dots that we've got?
Yeah. If I had 2 beeps on gate 1, how many dollars of a gravy biscuit would I spend? It doesn't really make any sense.
What fun.
What if there's something absolutely astounding, and if you put all of these foods, which are real foods, through a 6-step rotation cipher, they end up as new foods? That would be pretty exciting, but I don't think it's going to be true. Yeah, like instead of a BLT, you could have an HRZ. Hummus, risotto, and zucchini.
Perfect.
It's a perfect
My
sandwich.
favorite.
What do we do with these prices? Geoftbna
Yeah,
is
first
nothing. First letters ain't nothing.
It does end with a nap, which is nice.
THEHD. Thed.
Where are you looking there? Where's
Final
TH?
letters.
Oh.
Thedsi. Could be Thedsi.
Could be Thedsi.
If you took away the first letters of every word, then for $2.80 you'd know that Ravy is cute.
There are 8 things on this list.
There are 8 things on this list. To these, I don't see how Gravy Biscuit 280 is connected to 7.c 6.
Not immediately.
I7.
This is true.
7.3 backwards 7c at the bottom.
This is a rabbit hole that will get you nowhere.
I don't see a connection.
What was your first instinct to do with the tiles?
Was it to rotate them, to overlap them? We had a couple of different ideas. So.
Do you want to try to move them any in the ground?
Oh, do they physically move in the ground? Let's try it.
They must be on some sort of track, because when you go to move them, they'll only turn clockwise. Odd, but you make sure to reset them to the way you found them. Wouldn't want to mess up one of the museum pieces, after all.
Oh, that's interesting.
In that case, what happens if we, and maybe we'll have to draw it ourselves, what if we rotated the first one twice clockwise, the next one 3 times clockwise, the next one leave it as it is, and then the next one rotate it once clockwise.
You wonder if
would we end up with anything interesting? I don't know if there's an image for that, but maybe we can draw it ourselves.
I'm going to try to draw it.
So twice rotating clockwise for that one means we have this shape, a backwards facing C in the bottom right. The top one rotated 3 times is basically rotating it once anti-clockwise, which might put this. I'm going to keep trying. Next one rotated 0 times, and then the last one rotated once. I mean, it just looks like that to me. It looks like OP, like a square and then a P. I don't think I did this right.
Let me see. How did you get that?
I rotated them. I overlaid them on top
I gotta
of each
say,
other.
mine looks a little bit clearer. I want to say, if I rotate mine and hold it vertically, it looks like it says 473.
Yeah. There's no dramatic music.
I tried to overlap mine on top of each other.
Oh.
That's why mine ended up as a 0 and a P.
They're still stuck in the ground. There's no dramatic music or anything, but when you take a step back to look at the tiles, they do seem to be trying to tell you something. And yes, 473 is correct.
Yeah, so Dani sort of showed me, but for people at home, if you rotate the top one 2 times clockwise, you end up with that C being backwards in this sort of the bottom right. And the next one, if you rotate it 3 times, that backwards C connects to the line coming out that was the 2-dot line that was at the top of the second tile to together make a 4 if you looked at the whole thing sideways. Those shapes continue to line up and you end up with 473.
That was impressive how it worked so well that I was able to crappily draw it and it still worked.
Not OP? Not OP as a square? I tried to draw them all and then go one extra step and lay them all over each other, but that did not work. Is 473 a price?
It's not a price that we see there. I do wonder if we want to take the 4th thing, the 7th thing, and the 3rd thing in some way, but then the order might not matter.
Yeah, 473.
Start putting ticks on the things that we've used and the things that we haven't.
So there are 8 things. We can take the 4th, the 7th, and the 3rd. But then, the order seems odd. Because what would that be like?
French dip sandwich for 20, then the nachos for 18, and the omelette for 12.40.
Yeah. I mean, we could add them all together to get a 4-digit code.
That's not untrue.
Do you want to just give it a quick try of adding the 4th, the 7th, and the 3rd together?
We could do that.
Which would be, so...
40.40?
Yeah, 20
plus...
Oh,
sorry, 50.40.
So that's 32.40 and another... and 18. Yeah, 50.40?
50.40?
Can we try 5040 on the 4-digit lock on the gate?
The gate swings open. Now you can spend a hedge maze to get through.
We can do that.
Okay, I don't even know where we're starting because the squirrel bit it away. But can we, as soon as we get in, can we go right?
The hedges are just tall enough that you can't see over, so the only way out is through. Heading into the maze, the first choice you've got to make is either right, left, or straight.
Right!
After you make the... Yep. Then there's another branch, left or straight.
No turning. Straight.
Straight!
Whoever designed this thing probably did too many of those maze puzzle books as a kid, because your next choice is between right or left again.
Right!
The next crossroads you come to is another right, left, or straight.
I feel a little bit targeted by the kids doing maze books comment, but left.
Left!
You head down that stretch of the maze, and there's still more maze. Grabbing the other piece of paper out of your pocket, you figure that you're at the top. You're at the top, that very top bit. So like the top middle, where it looks like you can escape, you cannot.
Wonderful.
But it's that straightaway at the top.
Okay. So if we go forward, it'll hook us around to the left with no choice. And the next choice we would need to make would be a straight or a left.
Look, if we want to get out, then we should go left.
Oh, but there could be a treasure chest if we go straight down the end.
But
Find
then-
some loot.
It's not impossible.
Let's go left.
Let's go left. But then, let's go left again, because that's a really short dead end.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
So
be done with that
here
quickly.
we're faced with another decision of left or right, where clearly the correct answer is right. But yeah, if we go left, is there any secrets hidden at the end of this dead end?
No, you just feel a little silly because it's a dead end.
You know what?
Ugh.
I feel relieved. It's not the worst thing I've come across in a hedge maze.
All right, so instead of going left there, we would have gone right there, and then we would have gone right at the next juncture, and then we would have gone right at the next juncture.
Oh, God.
And then we would have gone right at the next juncture, and then straight, and then left, and then right, and then left, and then straight, and we're out.
Right?
Finally, the main entrance to the museum is in sight. On another day, navigating through all that might have been a fun adventure. You've come all this way just for the front door to be locked, too. The caretaker's frowning, but he hasn't been any help this whole time. Frustrated,
I
you're
didn't even
so
know he was
close. Frustrated, you're so close, only to be thwarted again. You take a more thorough look at the main entrance. There's a plaque next to the door and a keypad off to the side. The keypad looks like it'll take a 3-digit code.
Oh, do we have a 3-digit? It's 473.
It could be 473.
We already kind of used that.
We'll try.
It was originally, but it is not anymore.
Okay. It's 12.5, the number of kids at the party.
That half kid, very important.
I think we should probably look at this plaque.
Yeah, let's have a look at the
Makes
plaque.
sense. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here trying to figure out a numerical value for no squirrels.
The plaque is a fairly standard one, and at least the caretaker seems to take good care to polish the metal. Imprinted on the plaque is an inscription, and this is not your final image, but it's your final puzzle.
Whoa.
Ooh.
So,
That's mysterious.
All right, again, for people at home, you can see this plaque, but I shall read it to you.
And
Oh, Danny, I'll read it to you, but you, Danny, you can jump in whenever there's a bold word. So we
Sure.
say it together, so it's obvious that it's bold.
Makes
okay?
sense. Can I just say I'm a little bit worried about the caretaker's name being Al now.
You're right. The museum was founded in 1925, furnished from Albert Rose Graves' private collection. As a young man, Graves found great joy in the exploration of the arts and sciences. He won the property in a card game. Fortunately for all of us, the site became a public museum upon his death, so future generations could enjoy a lovely day out.
Just put the word many in there out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's not like it was even on the line above or below. Just started going.
The 3 bolded words are great and 1 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Is the code to get in 8 and 1 and 4?
It could be. It seems worth a shot.
It does seem worth a shot. Would we be able to go to the main doorway and try 814?
there's a click, and then the door to the museum opens just a crack.
Nice.
Triumphant, you head into the museum, only to be confronted with a bit of a mess. The stand with the passport booklets is knocked over, the passports scattered across the ground. The caretaker leans down, picking up one of the booklets. I think your youngling might be trying to get their passport filled out. The archaeology exhibit is always a popular place to start. Holding back some profanity born of frustration, you snatch the passport booklet out of the caretaker's hand. He can clean up the mess. You've got a child to wrangle and museum exhibits to explore. And here are your last 2 images, which you don't need for anything for me, but you will need for future rooms.
Ooh, future rooms. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh man, this is big. The first one, it's a map. It's like a full map of museum. It's labeled with rooms labeled 1 to 8.
The Educational Science Center for Art, Physics, and Engineering. Do you see where it is, Dani? Located at 128 Hollingworth Avenue, Peters Point. We're about to get killed by a demon. We're at Peters Point. It's from season 2.
Eve isn't a pharaoh at all. She lied to us.
The dawn of Mysaris arrives. We have entered in the main foyer, past the Philosopher's Scone Cafe.
Amazing. Yeah, the things that we can see on here. We've got that. We've got the museum archives, which has an asterisk next to it. Not currently available for public viewing. Please contact the Graves Institute.
Why don't we go from 1 to 9?
Because apparently starting from the bottom was exciting. I got an asterisk already. And then going up.
Okay.
Miss Magpie's models of magnification.
Dr. Monk's Ward of Medical Milestones.
The Mushnick Hall of Horticulture.
A brief history of human history.
The Jeep Hall of Scientific Progress.
Sponsored by Jeep. The Whimsical World of Taxidermy.
And the McFly Hall of Transportation.
Oh, there's a lot of fun things to see in this museum.
That McFly Hall is going to be a train wreck.
There's also a gift shop.
Literally.
Oh, how exciting. And we also see...
Whoa, the other thing, we get one of these...
passports.
Museum passports.
Just like Eve, we can be trying to put our passport together.
This looks so much like a Nancy Drew achievement page.
Oh, 100%. This is the E.S.C.A.P.E passport. Stop by the gift shop with the completed passport to pick up your prize.
And they're like little cryptic clues as to what gives you your passport stamp.
Rome, spelled R-O-M-E, through the pyramids. Zoom in a bit. Open your heart to me. Get to know some new friends. Make a big boom. Take one small step. Feed me Seymour and see all of the museum. Do we get any stamps now? Have we earned a stamp?
Are there stamps anywhere?
No, you don't get a stamp for the cafe.
We got a ring. That's actually probably a bit better.
Oh, we did get a ring. Oh, we have a ring as well. What's up with the ring?
That's really weird and exciting.
Thanks for listening to Escape This podcast. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we discuss the escape room we just did with the guest we just had. This podcast is kept afloat by crowdfunding, so if you enjoy the show, why not support it on Patreon? There's weekly bonus audio for our $5 donors, monthly videos for our $10 donors, monthly trivia for our $20 donors, and anyone at any level can appear as an NPC in one of the rooms that Dani designs. And thanks again for listening.